What's good, B1 family? So we're finna do this format. I think this format does better when it's a static video versus a live, and the other format works better when it's live, based on the viewership. So we're finna go back to this, and man, it's been kind of crazy lately, hasn't it? It's been a lot going on surrounding that sister that went overseas with the white dude, and she didn't make it back. In fact, she was found hanging, and he said it was suicide. Very unfortunate. A lot of people had a lot of things to say about it.
Fellas, this is proof. What do I always say about divestors that get online talking shit about black men? They are only talking about the dudes that used to run through them. The Pookies and Ray Rays. You can find this video on TikTok. She's on her way to get smutted out by Kevin Gates. Mind you, during the time of this recording, bro was married. Yeah, he was married. And what you'll find is in these divestors, once they done trying to get Pookie and Ray Ray to change, they resort to dating cornball Caucasian men like him. Don't fall for the rage bait anymore, fellas. When you see birds like her get online and make it a point to talk shit about black men, you have to understand they're only talking about the Pookies and Ray Rays that they couldn't convert from the thug type to the marriage type. That's it. Then they resort to getting with cornball simps like him. Right? Yeah, just before I go, I'm going to let this post linger a little bit. This little picture right here, I'm going to let it linger a little bit. Get a load of that shit.
We've said this for years. You gotta be careful. And some sisters get it. They understand, like, okay, well, they understand the dynamic and how society is as far as black men being able to provide for our women. How much harder it is. You got to work 3, 4, 5 times as hard versus a white man because they kind of hand it to them. And this one sister, she had something. It was profound to say.
Baby, maturing is knowing that a white man can change my life with his money, and he can take it from me with his money. And then he can go get a motherfucking lawyer with his money and get away with that shit. See, y'all be thinking y'all leveled up when y'all find one of these white men who gonna do everything for y'all, give y'all the soft girl life, until he realizes that he done blew your ass up on social media with his money. You didn't have shit in his eyes. So when all of us start to love you and to lust after the life you have, and you start liking somebody else or maybe want to move on with your life, he's going to take your life. He's going to unalive you, baby. He's going to unalive you, baby. Rest in peace, beautiful queen. You would have been still here if you would have struggled with a black man.
She ain't saying nothing wrong. Yeah, he can change your life. He can do all this, whisk you away and all that stuff. But he also can get rid of you and then hire the best legal teams to make sure he doesn't serve any time. So sisters, be careful when you, I'm going to give me a white man. It's going to make my life better. See, because a black man will put up with a few of the little things you do. Little talking back, little slick things you say in your mouth. Bradley's like, okay, well, we gonna get rid of you. I'm not going to upgrade your life and let you go skirt off to be with another man. Let's go on this trip where it's just me and you. And no witnesses. In fact, you ain't got to go nowhere. You could be sitting in the house with him. no conviction. Now there's gonna be some more black men that a black man do that to a black woman getting convicted. That's if the family don't get a hold of his ass first. And usually they know if I do something like that, she got a bunch of brothers, some uncles, and pops who bury me alive. Now, sisters, when you see something wrong, you know, I can't tell you what to do. I highly recommend you recognize dangerous signs and get up out of there as best you can. There was no reason for this to experience that. No reason for that to happen the way it did. I got a baby sister, I got nieces, I got a daughter. I'm sorry. There's a lot of little creature comforts and things I got, you know what I'm saying? You know, in the garage now. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 wheels, you know what I'm saying? Trucking up, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit when it comes to my family. They gonna make new shit to this every year. There's a new apartment going on right goddamn now. There's a new bag being made in some part of Asia right now. There's a new truck being made by GM right now. I ain't making new shit every year, every month. When it comes to mine, that's 101. I don't care if it's twins. I gotta do something bad. I gotta do something interesting to you, with you, because you're a TikToker. Now, what disheartens me is when you see stuff like this, and then your sisters like this.
Any self-defined black woman that's still rooting for black men, you just haven't hit rock bottom yet. You haven't been hurt enough to look in the mirror and say, I deserve to be protected. I deserve to have the best in life. You just haven't reached rock bottom yet. I pray it never happens to you.
Despite what she says, black woman, we love you. Don't like your attitude and your actions. I know it's reciprocal, right? But we love you. Stay safe.
So despite video evidence, he got a lesser charge. Why is it that European people just get away with everything? And when I say get away, they get less. We get more time for misdemeanors than these people do get for felonies. Let that sink in. We get more time for a misdemeanor than they get for a felony. And if you think the system is not broken, you're obviously a part of the problem too.
Now, with all that being said and being shown, my biggest thing was this talking point that some swirlers are using that it kind of pissed me off. I've seen it a couple times. I'm finna nip it in the bud now. This one says she put a video up. And the video itself wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Vet them. You're supposed to do that with any relationship. Black, white, Spanish, whatever. It was the first comment that I saw that she pinned that had me like, no the hell y'all not finna do this. Because just 2 weeks ago, a black woman was unalived by her black husband. So let's stop the fear-mongering. Oh, no. We not finna bring flat blackness back. Not through bedwinchery. Now, folks had things to say in the comments. There were some dudes being you know, facetious, whatever. Oh, leave it to a black woman to date anything. I'm not going to put that on my sisters. Not at all. We not going to say that. We not going to put that as a blanket statement or foundational black American women. Now, these other groups, you got to fend for yourself. Not my problem. Very unfortunate, super unfortunate. However, he's Jamaican. She was Haitian. Unfortunate. I'm not going to say, you know, oh, wow, I'm happy. No, none of that. That's not our get down. That's never been our get down. However, you're not going to take this opportunity to try to flat black this. Deal with your men in your groups. Deal with your men from your countries and your lineage. That was Jamaican doing that. We might fight with our sisters. You might see a cat go toe to toe with his wife, whatever. That's horrible. But just want to off them and unalive them, we'll leave. We'll cheat. We'll do a whole bunch of other stuff before I'm going to take your life. We'll be like, I'm done, and be out the door. Same thing with our sisters. Yeah, I'm done. Before I get to this point where I feel I got to grab a weapon and do something to you, I'm done. I'm out. Because, see, now you got me out of character. That's how we move. This dude, and she's lovely, sister. Like she keep herself up. And there's a video of them dancing together at their wedding and all that. She couldn't imagine that her husband was going to take her life. However, that's not a problem. That's not our fight. And what you're not going to do is try to backdoor flat blackness over something that happened that's super egregious, super disturbing, and disgusting to happen to anybody.
It's only racism when it doesn't pan out the way y'all thought it was going to pan out for your aesthetic. So this young lady, Ashley Janae, went on a vacation for her birthday to Tanzania with her Caucasian boyfriend, which would turn out to be a fiance, right? They posted videos and all this, the trip, the engagement, all that. Then on the way back, it's alleged from the boyfriend, the Caucasian boyfriend / fiance, that she hung herself just randomly, right? Now, her friends and, you know, people online, specifically black women online, talking about, oh, we need to make this story national news and all that. And I have no problem with that. I have a problem with them trying to now change the narrative and pull at people's emotional things. Because generally when y'all date outside the race, how y'all handle it in these situations, y'all love to bash about how white men spoil black women, and like that's why y'all need to date outside your race, because you can't get the treatment you want. Now all of a sudden you want us to blow this story up and support you when didn't you go over there to be treated better? It's supposed to be a better environment. Now you're trying to make it a racism thing because of this tragedy, which it is a tragedy, but when it doesn't work out the way you want, you don't have the right to try to switch the narrative to get the attention that you want in another marriage. You went over there looking for a certain treatment. It ended in a horrible way. It's alleged. We don't know what really happened. What I'm saying is how y'all trying to shift it to, oh, it's racism. Who told you to go over there in the first place? Who told you to go over there with that white man? That's all I'm saying.
He has a point. We've seen this time and time again. See, if a black male does something, he's gonna get caught. Unless he flees the country, he's finna get caught. He's finna get prosecuted. In the discussion, in the story. Y'all remember Chad Wheeler? Mr. Oh damn, I'm surprised you're still alive. Ain't no brother finna do this to a sister and get away with it. It's not happening. It's not happening. I hate to have this imagery, but he did that sister dirty. He did her bad. Because usually in our community, if we see some mess like that going on, hey, we got sisters, especially old schools, he beating on her. Y'all need to do something about it. He beating on her. Y'all need to do something. And all of it, hey, man. Because see, now it's come to our house. Hey, man. Y'all need to figure that out before we get involved. Because my wife's telling me, whoop, whoop, whoop. And don't get to, hey, man, your wife, now we just don't have that type of culture, and you're not finna come back around and put that on us. As much as I don't get along with that woman in there, I'll just be like, fuck it, and divorce and be done with it before I even grab any one of my firearms. Like, I'm just gonna take it. Nah. If I ever get that mad, I say, hey, look, man, I'm done. I'm tired. You what you want? You had it. I'll go rebuild. But I'm not finna take a life because I'm not finna have my kids be like, Daddy, why you take our mom away from us? We think about things like that. We used to have somebody part of she did this. I'm finna. Let me give you a little story. So there's a situation I'm close to. I'll say that. I'm not trying to give away too much information. Where the man and his wife were fighting pretty much all the time. They get along only when company was around. Their son saw that he has this coping mechanism with video games. He go hide in the room because mom and daddy going at it. To the point they were going at it. And they ended up getting divorced because what happened was took his son to go get something done. I'm not sure if he went to go get a blood test, whatever, but I think he needed some type of something happened that involved blood work. And he found out his son was not his son. Had his last name, lived in the house he was paying the mortgage for, was not his child. When it's all said and done, he was so irate and upset because he also shook the man's hand, who was the father of said child, with that woman that he thought about shooting her. And he was talking to somebody else, another FBA brother. No, man, don't do that. She ain't worth it. That's what we do in our circles. You get it. You went through all that. You got me looking stupid. Got me raising this man's kid. I shook this man's hand. You finna get the house. You get my pension. It's like I'm gonna get my leg back. Hey, brother, don't do that. Don't do that. I say all that to say this because she's a trending topic, unfortunately, for all the wrong reasons. Nobody wants to be trending. Nobody, I would think, while they were alive, want to be trending for being, for allegedly suicide, and we suspect he unalived her. But we're not going to let people use this as an opportunity to flat black this. All right? A lot of this crazy stuff like the Haitian dude that killed a woman at the grocery store or whatever, a clerk in Fort Myers. That's just not our getting down. Unless he's on pills or he's got psychiatric issues, that's not our get down. And I hate when women like this make these type of statements, which is I'm gonna let you listen to it. You decide how you feel about it.
My money's still on the husband, and not because he's white, but because this was her birthday trip. She went and got a new wig, got her lashes did, nails did, toes did, picked out outfits, and created an itinerary for her birthday. She had no idea that this man was going to propose to her in such a beautiful place like Africa. She would have been ecstatic. It's my birthday and my man is proposing to me? Hell yeah. I do not feel like anywhere in her mind it would have been, it's my birthday, my man is here, he done proposed to me. This is a great time to just end it all. On top of the fact that she black, you want me to keep believing that black people decide to unalive themselves by hanging? It's very hard for me to believe that. It's giving this man found something out while on that trip or before it, and this was all a calculated move. They say he's still in questioning about it, and this is very unfortunate. And this is not a race issue. I'm seeing men talk about if he white, he did it. Black men have been unaliving a woman too.
Once again, he's Jamaican. We're not doing that. See, she tried to do that flat blackness too. We're not letting that ride with nobody. We're not letting that ride with nobody. We're letting that ride. You're not finna flat black this. Everybody got to hold their own candle and deal with their own issues.
Y'all must have forgot that woman down in Coral Springs who was just recently unalived by her black husband and she was the mayor. And then all the blog sites are posting that it's a suicide already. Like, is there no further investigation? But I don't know. Something smell fishy here. And all I'm going to say is rest in peace to that beautiful woman, Ashley Janae.
Ma'am, he has the complexion for the protection and no further investigation. He say he didn't did it. Well, he's white. He didn't say so.
And since we go.
See, I know YouTube's gonna have me erase the song. It's gonna probably erase most of the melody and all that stuff. But they had Tupac's "Keep Your Head Up" playing on there with the verse was said. I wonder why we hate women. Why do we take from women? Why do we rape our women? That verse with all these white men. See, that's that disgusting bullshit they be doing. That's family. We gotta fight on all fronts. We gotta deal with all of it. We're starting to get to a point where we got the tethers at bay for the most part, and we got to deal with internal issues. The bed wenches, bed bucks, stepping fetches, the sambos, they all got to get checked in a very real way, in a very hard way. Let it be made known that we're not tolerating outside interference or inside interference. Because our sisters, well, the type of energy they be on, especially now, is this.
Are you Jamaican? Absolutely not. Please. The ride's here. Girls. The ride's here. A freak Jamaican. Run!
And this next clip, which is the last clip, because I'm this is probably gonna be the only time I deal with this issue, concerning. I hate dealing with this like this because our sisters know better. They be the bed wenches swirlers. They be hardcore, going against the grain, thinking, no, I'm different. I'm gonna be different. No, you're just gonna be unalived on a different day, in a different event, in a different way. But his brother, it's some satire, and what he's saying. But he's right. I don't know, and I don't get why our sisters or sisters period or black women period who are dealing with these type of men aren't thinking that, hey, he will do what he says he's gonna do. If he says he's gonna kill me, there's one sister. I'm not gonna show the clip. But dude told her, say, well, you're not gonna go anywhere, whatever. And he pulled a shotgun on her, and she put her hand up to the shotgun, and she's missing these 3 fingers. They're gone. They're gone. Fat meat is greasy. I'm sorry. You're not the exception. You are not the exception. I love y'all. Quit doing that. Because when it's us and it's a weirdo, you know, oh, he a weirdo. I need to call my brothers. But when it's because white, I don't know why y'all get so starstruck. Oh my gosh, he's white. He will never do me like that. He's Bradley. He's so sweet. Please, sister. You're not the exception.
I ain't trying to be funny, I swear I ain't. But white men do not know how to break up with nobody. Either you gonna come up missing or you gonna come up gone. You gotta break up with them in church or something, at the house of the Lord. Don't you try to break up with no white man on vacation, at home. You gotta break up with them at a family reunion or at Disney World in front of everybody. They definitely don't know how to break up with no black woman. They get all that good black and then you try to leave them. You done invited them to the cookhouse. They got to enjoy all of the black shit that we offer and season their food all good. They licking their fingers and shit after they eat. They ain't did no shit like that before. They ain't finna let you leave them. Not without a fight. And when you break up with them, make it a clean cut. Don't be trying to go back to the house where I forgot my toothbrush. That ain't just interracial with white men. They doing it to the white women too. White men break up with women like lesbians break up with women. They gonna shoot you, fight you, stump you, whatever they got to do to make motherfuckers stop breathing. And I ain't trying to be funny. I'm dead serious. Look it up. Look up the statistics. I ain't saying don't date them. I'm just saying don't break up with them. You gotta be with them for life. Or break up with them at church. On Easter Sunday where everybody there. Ain't one doubt in my mind that man had something to do with that beautiful young lady's death in Tanzania.
So sisters, be careful, be smart, move appropriately. All right, I love y'all, and I don't want to see y'all get harmed, especially unnecessarily. Preventative measures going forward in all things we do, and remember to practice righteous selflessness. That means you're taking care of your mental capital, your financial capital, your social capital, and you make sure your core nucleus is taken care of before and if you decide to help somebody. Brothers do the same thing. Till next time, peace and black empowerment. FBA all day. All right, I said I was done with this. However, got on IG and saw 2 clips that this is strange. That brings a whole different light to what's going on.
Daughter Ashley She's no longer here with us, and we're trying to find out why.
On April 5th, influencer Ashley Robinson, who goes by Ashley Janae on Instagram, was celebrating her 31st birthday in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She was on the vacation with her boyfriend of 1 year, who popped the question just 2 days before.
She was starting the next chapter of her life. She called us and FaceTimed us to share with us her travel.
Ashley's mother says she never would have expected that less than a week later, her daughter would be dead. On April 8th, she says Ashley called saying she and her fiance got into an argument and were moved to separate rooms. The next day, she received another call, this time from her fiance.
That's not the most strange thing I've heard. I'm gonna let this finish out, but then we're gonna go listen to Joe Budden.
He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital. I said, what happened when? And he told me it had been 11 hours prior.
Hours later, the luxury resort the couple was staying at called saying that Ashley passed away. According to the hospital's medical report, Ashley had an unidentified mark around her neck. They wrote, according to her husband, he found she hung herself on the door with several question marks.
Sometime Jill went back to the room with security, and that's how they found her.
Ashley was also taken to a second hospital who listed her cause of death as cerebral hypoxia by strangulation and suffocation.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself.
And the family says next they are considering going to Zanzibar themselves to try to get as many answers as possible. Now, we also tried to directly contact Ashley's fiance, the resort, and the embassy, but we did not hear back. I'm
saying none of the romantic choices. But if that's your homegirl and you love her and they vouch for that person, Ashley and homeboy was at my birthday dinner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were at my birthday dinner. And I invited Ashley the last 2 years to my birthday dinner. So this year I made it a point to get on the phone. Like, yo, this is the year. What's up? You gonna make it? And she was on some shit like, yeah, you know, just gotta check on my man. And I know we gotta drop off the stepkids.
Did you hear that?
I know we gotta drop off the stepkids. I know we gotta drop off the stepkids. I know we gotta drop off the stepkids. And we gotta pick them up from school and they on spring break. And and I'm on the phone like, girl, for real? Like, yo, like, you playing stepmommy over there?
This whole dynamic, where you the girlfriend because a year and you get engaged, there's stepkids involved. That means there's an ex-wife more than likely. Did he ever see you as a partner? Or were you just a live-in maid that he can have sex with? I don't know. I'm mad that's to the end. And yeah. That's terrifying to think how to just play this in your mind, and I'm leaving it alone. I'm not gonna let it weigh on my heart. It's unfortunate. I hope the family gets answers. Yeah. Have a good night.